The haunting of St. Agnes Hospital. In a forgotten corner of a decaying town stood St. Agnes Hospital, abandoned and shrouded in tragedy. Closed since 1981, the hospital was infamous for whispers of the supernatural. Locals avoided it, sharing stories of disembodied voices, shadowy figures, and feelings of being watched. The hospital's dark history dated back to the 1970s, when a series of mysterious patient deaths and unsettling occurrences, crying in empty rooms, flickering lights in powerless areas, tarnished its reputation. By the time it shut down, St. Agnes had become a monument to fear and despair. One winter night, for friends, Mia, Kevin, Sarah, and Alex decided to explore the haunted site. Armed with flashlights and a camera, they slipped inside through a broken window, stepping into the cold, stale air of the decaying building. The peeling walls were scrawled with graffiti, some reading ominously, "Get out." As they wandered deeper, they discovered an abandoned surgical ward. Rusted gurneys and broken instruments littered the floor. A faint sobbing sound caught Mia's attention. "Do you hear that?" she whispered. The others listened as the sobbing grew louder, accompanied by the faint echo of footsteps. The sound seemed to come from everywhere at once. Kevin nervously dismissed it as old pipes, but his shaking voice betrayed him. Suddenly, Alex's camera malfunctioned, its light flickering before shutting off. The silence was broken by a long, drawn-out sigh and the creak of a door opening nearby. "We should go," Sarah said, her voice trembling. They turned back, but the hallway they'd come through was now blocked by a solid wall. "That wasn't there before," Mia murmured, panic rising. Every corridor they tried led them back to the surgical ward. The air grew colder, and the sobbing intensified, interspersed with whispered words they couldn't understand. Then they saw her. At the far end of the hallway stood a woman in a blood-stained hospital gown. Her pale face and hollow eyes locked onto them as she raised a trembling hand and pointed. "Why did you leave me?" she asked, her voice echoing unnaturally. The lights flickered violently, and the friends screamed, fleeing in every direction. No matter which way they ran, they always ended up back in the surgical ward. The woman reappeared, closer each time, her head tilted unnaturally. "Stay with me," she whispered. Kevin panicked and ran down a side corridor. The others called after him, but his footsteps faded, followed by a blood-curdling scream. "Kevin?" Sarah whispered, tears streaming down her face. The sobbing returned, but this time it was Kevin's voice. The three remaining friends huddled together, trembling as their flashlights flickered. "It's not real. It's a prank," Alex muttered, though he sounded more like he was trying to convince himself. The woman appeared again, grotesque and distorted, her voice hissing, "You can't leave. Not without him." Desperate, Mia grabbed a rusted chair and smashed a window. Freezing air rushed in as the glass shattered. They climbed through the jagged opening, cutting themselves, and tumbled into the snow outside. When they turned back, the hospital loomed silently, its windows dark and lightless. Kevin was gone. The police searched the hospital but found no trace of him. The friend's fragmented story was dismissed as hysteria. Months later, Alex's camera turned up in a pawn shop. The footage showed Kevin running, the woman in a blood-stained gown reaching for him, over screen went black. Till this day, locals claim to hear Kevin's screams near St. Agnes Hospital. The friends, haunted by guilt, never returned. They are left with the chilling memory that some places are haunted not by ghosts, but by those they couldn't say.